Greetings and welcome to the podcast. I'm here with Colin for Video Game Book Club. The rules are simple. One person picks a game and you got to beat that game in a month. Then you get to pick the next game. I've done this intro 20 times. All right. We're going on with it. It's Vanquish. I picked Vanquish. It was my safe pick.
First. You beat the game on normal, right?
Yeah.
Thank fucking God. I'm getting sick of these save states, putting it on easy.
Yeah, no, it was not a difficult game.
Oh, well, no. Maybe not for you.
So this game, here's a caveat. The game changes drastically depending on what weapon you decide to upgrade. I got lucky. Did you get lucky?
What weapon?
I chose the armored pistol.
Me too.
Oh.
Also, this goes into my point how this game is a ripoff of Halo.
A ripoff of Halo? Is it because they're living on a Halo?
Yeah, and you get a pistol that's broken with a scope.
Yeah.
And there's Cortana and Master Chief.
Well,
and it's literally Halo.
Cortana's got real tits this time.
It's dumb, dude.
Yeah.
This game is not good.
The story, dude, they got Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, who kills herself, dude.
Yo, we're getting there, bro. We're getting there. Sound design. If we're talking about sound design, the entire game is a ba 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 ba
No.
every instant, dude.
They even fucked this up, dude. How about the part where you gotta shoot up at the big fucking thing squirting purple shit at you, and he keeps going, shoot the thing!
Oh, yeah.
Shoot the thing!
I actually, I that was in my notes about how that specific scene was insane because it kept going and it gave you
three lines that repeated over and over again.
Gave you no peace either because it wasn't like every 30 seconds, a minute. It was like every 10 seconds.
It literally rotated 3 lines over and over again with no hint that you just look up and shoot.
Yeah.
Horrible sound.
But yeah, a lot of it a lot can be said about this game in one sentence. It's all pretty cool, never really cool, but pretty cool the first time it happens, and then it's not anymore. This game is an overload of audio and visual stimuli to the point where playing it made me a little bit sleepy. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Yeah, because even at the intro screen, from the moment you boot up this game, it goes and you're flying across the fucking the Halo thing, and then you change settings, and it shifts you 100 miles back, and then you get into the game, and it's bah, 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 and it's just nonstop action the whole time. And if everything's action, then it all kind of becomes boring.
I completely disagree with nonstop action.
Why?
Because the game is walk for 3 minutes where you kill the same 4 enemies and then get a cutscene every fucking 10 seconds.
Oh, well, yeah,
There's more cutscenes than gameplay.
That's worth talking about. There are 3 enemies total in this game, if we're being real with ourselves.
And, the game's fucking 3 hours long.
Yeah.
They couldn't make a new enemy for each act? There's 5 fucking things. It's insane, dude. They couldn't even make enough bosses for each act. I don't get this. I don't get how people say this game's sick.
It's a spectacle. There's fun all over the game. It's just a matter I think the main thing is maybe if I played it when it came out, when the Gears of War and the Halo and all the much slower shooters were going around. But I've played faster and better shooters than this since then.
Well, this game's fake fast.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is walking forward. But when you're in the action, you're in it.
Sure, but it's you're constantly stopped by cutscenes, or you're constantly stopped by your slow-ass AI people behind you having to walk all the way to the thing you've been standing by for 3 minutes.
That sucks. I let them all die.
Except the guys that can't die.
Yeah, unless I'm out of grenades, I just let them all die.
Well, there's no point of reviving them. Those guys
Yeah.
are useless, but the one dude just never dies
Oh,
until
fucking.
plot twist.
That the story is gonna be a fun part of this. Let's go on to graphics. Everything's too gray. Um,
Yeah, and glitches for one. There's some
oh,
weird like lighting shit and strobing.
I fell through the map twice.
You don't even know the glitch I encountered.
No, probably not.
This is what the game went from, like, I don't really like this game to I cannot recommend this game. I, there's a mission where you have to shoot tanks.
Yep.
You're on like yeah. It is broken depending on what frame rate you're playing at.
I did it at 144.
Yeah, well, depending if you have VSync on or not, the game doesn't work.
No
Also,
way.
yes, damage is tied to your frame rate.
Is
Certain
it?
certain things do more damage depending on the frame rate.
Yo, maybe that's why that one thing was killing me so much.
Yeah, probably. If you play the game at 20 FPS, you live forever.
That's nuts.
Yeah, the game's fucking doo-doo.
Yeah, because
I
I
was
had
literally
to.
stuck on a mission because I couldn't figure out that I had to turn on VSync to get the tanks to move because they don't move if the game's running too fast.
That's wild. Yeah, I had to fiddle with everything to get because it was locked at 60 and it was grayed out. But I'm like, if it's grayed out, like that means that I can change it. So I had to fiddle with it, do full screen and shit like that. So I had 144 and I must have just like accidentally left VSync on, not thinking about it.
Yeah, shit is super broken, and they fixed it, but there's still things that like are fucked up. So if you ever instantly died, it's probably because frame rate.
Sick.
Or you might see some cutscenes that like played like at hyperspeed for like 2 seconds, like it'll cut to something and then
Yeah.
it's super. Yeah, that's because of the frame rate.
Awesome.
Because it's a 30 FPS game that they ported like shit to PC.
Um yeah, the game is a lot of well, graphics is tied. Enemy design's tied into graphics. Enemy
Yeah.
design is horrible.
Yeah, there's a couple cool like bosses that are like okay, like the unknown. I thought that was cool.
That was the
First
best
time.
enemy in the whole game.
Yeah, except when you fight it 5 more times, then it becomes stupid. But
Yeah.
or the Phantom thing was cool.
But like the vast majority is just the same like red little alien guys
Did you have
and
the laser thing?
the
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 giant laser weapon that doesn't have ammo, where you just fucking.
yeah, and I had the lock-on laser that I could not get to work to save my fucking life. The lock-on
Me either.
laser,
It did no damage.
yeah, the lock-on laser for me did absolutely nothing. Maybe we just didn't figure it out, but I was actually having a tough time with the game until I just upgraded the armor pistol all the way up to 1,000.
But yeah, because it just nukes every like hard enemy
Yeah.
in like 3 shots. And it has zoom for some reason. Because it's literally fucking Halo.
Yeah. Everything's too gray.
All the levels look pretty similar. I mean, they change a little. Like you go into the woods and that looks like shit, and then
Yeah.
you go into like space and it looks like shit, but it's different shit.
There was one time where I was like on I was on the monorail, one of the game's fucking on rails, like you're literally on rails. Lots of those, by the way, which we'll get into. And you get to see like a lot of the Halo ring civilization, but they put like these fucking like bars across it for like structural integrity of the rail. But it's a game, so just let me see all the cool
Right.
shit. Like that doesn't need to be there.
Were some parts way too dark for you?
No,
I remember
not
the
really.
forest level was like stupid dark, and same when you're in the tunnel in the beginning. I was
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculously dark.
Oh, actually, yeah, in underground tunnels, it was really dark. I got nothing else for graphics. Oh, wait, no, I do. Changing your gun just by like when you change your gun, it like morphs into a different gun. I would get lost just just like switching my guns around because I thought that looked cool.
Oh, how about this? This goes with graphics. I have a video I'm going to post that's time stamped.
Okay.
Explain this to me, dude.
I am waiting with bated breath. I'm sure the video will be
Just play it. Just explain the dynamics and the size of this cigarette, dude. What the fuck is going on? This cigarette is the size of his head.
So that actually, I was gonna wait till the story to say this, but that needs to be said, dude. This fucking guy, he has never smoked a full cigarette in his life. He only smokes the first 2 puffs of a cigarette and throws the rest out. In every he must go through like 50 cigarettes and takes 50 puffs.
I just couldn't get over the fact that this shit was longer than his face, dude. I'm like,
He got those Virginia Slim 175s.
yeah,
dude.
and it's like fucking beef stick thick, dude. I'm like, what is going on? Like, that is not what a cigarette looks like at all.
That's it for graphics. Because it's so he could throw it and then block bullets with it. You remember that scene, dude? He flicks the cigarette and blocks the bullet. Story, which is the worst part of this game, but I think it's the strongest point to make for this game.
It's stupid as hell, dude.
Wait, let me say it though.
Okay.
Dude, it's stupid as hell. You know, like that, you know? It's dumb fun. It's
I wouldn't even say it's dumb fun.
dude, when you're with the lieutenant, dude, the big grizzled Marine. Oh man, I'm Robert Burns. I'm voiced by Steve Blum. You know, I'm fucking big badass. And he's like, you think he's dead because he's on the tram and it explodes, and then he comes in on the helicopter. He's like, you miss me, sweetheart. And fucking the main guy's like, I liked you better when I thought you were dead. You know, and that's the whole fucking game, like over and over again. This fucking shitty dynamic.
Dude, there's one point where you save this guy named Reyes. He's like, let me go. And then you save him, and then 2 seconds later he gets blasted in the head.
Yeah, he gets shot in the fucking face.
While Robert Burns stands in front of endless gunfire, somehow not being hit once.
Yeah, the whole time, this Robert Burns, guys, he can't die. He's like the most evasive person in the entire game, but he's got this machine gun, this fucking like giant gun, all on his body. The whole fucking time.
And the whole premise is dumb. You're the ultimate soldier from DARPA.
Yeah,
That's like being the sickest weather channel, but like it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, dude, DARPA.
So lame.
So the basic plot at the start of the game is Vladimir Putin launches an attack on the U.S. with aliens or some shit, or like robot clone shit, and Hillary Clinton's like, this is bullshit. We gotta go stop them. So then you, the ultimate Marine, and definitely not a Spartan, because Spartans can't.
No. You're not a Marine.
Oh yeah, you're a DARPA.
Robert's a Marine. You're DARPA.
Yeah,
And you don't follow orders from the military because you work for fucking Weather Balloon Central.
yeah, and it's important to know that Robert Burns, the Marine, does not take orders from DARPA either. That's pretty important. That comes up quite a few times. So you're in this augmented reaction suit, which allows you to slide because you have rockets in your knees.
Side point, bullshit that every other person in a suit can fucking fly, even the Marines, but you can't.
Yeah, that's true. You do eventually start fighting flying Marines. So you have a battlefield logic adaptable electronic weapon system, or Blade, as they call it. But it's important to note that in Blade, there's no blades. You punch shit, or you kick them.
Rarely. The melee is tacked on.
Yeah, but melee's also the sickest part because you can launch spring kick off of enemies and then shoot them when they're already dead. So that's cool. So you go and you do a bunch of like you tag along with the Marines, and you got Cortana on a ship, that's like this blonde bombshell chick that the camera always like starts at her skirt, but like just enough to not see up her skirt, like she's definitely the one that you're fighting for.
Shit is cringe. I was like, this is
Yeah, everything's cringe. Like
it's made for like a 13-year-old. Like, this is sick.
So the whole idea is the first half of the game you're going to disable a microwave. Yeah. And so you get to the microwave, and then Burns is doing some fuck shit, and you find out that Hillary Clinton wanted Russia to invade so they can invade Russia to boost up our economy.
Yeah, the game's called Solving the 2008 Housing Crisis with fucking Space War.
so, so then so then like you fight Burns, and he's a bitch, so that don't fucking matter.
That fight is fucking dumb. You can stun lock him, but then he stops taking. If you do too much damage, he doesn't die.
Yeah, and because you got to get to the part where he's supposed to die, Remember the fucking you got to go through the other rooms with the flying Marines that kill you in one hit because you're playing at a good frame rate instead of a shitty one.
That is the worst mechanic ever, because then I was literally on the fucking tram thing with him, and he can shoot me and hurt him, but I've done too much damage, so now I just have to ride this fucking thing for 4 minutes doing nothing. Horrible, like, boss design. I should just skip to the part if I kill him. Like, it's just dumb.
Yeah, which they do that in the game in other portions too. Like when you're fighting the spider and the titan, it's like you get him down to some health and it'll go into the cutscene of him dying automatically. Yeah. Where was I? So you fight Burns, and Burns dies exactly how you want him to because it's a corny fucking action game, dude. He nukes himself.
Yeah, it turns out the gun had a nuke in it, dude. The whole time he was just walking around with a nuke.
Which is wild because immediately after you go to fight Vladimir Putin, but it's not actually Vladimir Putin. It's two nukes.
Yeah, being controlled by mind.
Yeah, because he's got holes in his mind. He's got matrix holes in his head that he sticks his fingers in while he's talking. So you're like fighting these two ninja. Also, I want to play as the fucking ninja robots that I had to fight against, dude. Those things look
way
sick.
cooler. Way cooler. They can fly.
So you fight the ninja robots, and like you can't even kill him with your gun. You have to kill him with his gun in like the Modern Warfare 2 throw the knife at the dude cutscene,
Dude, I hate they do that with like every boss. It's like, now shoot him with this random gun that you don't even have.
Yeah. So then fucking I don't know, like you figured out everything, and you're like, oh man, I'm so smart, I know this stuff. So you're flying away from the nuked planet, like Halo planet that you got, and then the last scene is Hillary Clinton sitting there like, this is the end of my presidency, and puts a gun to her head and blows her fucking brains out.
Yeah, and somehow the game ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
somehow
Vladimir Putin gets away and you get away. Like,
even though you blew up the fucking thing.
Like, there's no resolution whatsoever. I liked the story. I really thought it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. If I went into this story and everybody was like, this is one of the greatest stories ever, and it was like Spec Ops The Line, and it was so deep, I wouldn't have liked the story. But because I thought it was like some shitty action game story, and the entire story is fucking shitty action game, I liked it.
It was just like, it tried, because at parts, yeah, it's stupid and funny, but some parts it's like, it tries to take itself serious, and that's when it's like super dull.
Yeah, anytime where Burns was like I'm a Marine and we finished the mission. And Sam was like, oh, really? I didn't know that that's what your personality was like. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. But the highlights are funny.
The intro to Burns, dude, you're smoking on his ship, and then he gets into a knife fight with you with knives that you don't have, and that a knife that Burns does not use again, and he just ends up cutting the tip of the cigarette off and goes, "There's no smoking on my ship."
It's insane.
Gameplay.
Bad.
Colin's right. There is a lot of on rails.
Dude, there's on rails and like escort missions. There's multiple escort. It's like in a game that's like pitched to be like it's a fast cover based action shooter, but that's not what you're doing most of the time. It's just not.
And I got genuine problems with how your suit operates. Like, if you get shot too many times, it goes into the slowdown state, but if that's why you entered slowdown state, you can't exit it until you burn all of that resource.
Yeah, it's a really bad mechanic.
Yeah, and I wish it would slow you down, like, until you killed the enemy that hit you, sort of like the Borderlands thing on, like, Final Stand. Just something that didn't make me burn all of that resource, because then you have to go and hide behind cover, and that's not great.
Because the movement's literally tied to that resource, which I think is bad for the game. Like, if you could just slide around forever, the game would be way more fun.
Yeah. And for some reason, like, I get why they did this, but I think they programmed it so rolling around lets you get hit more than sliding does, even though, like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, you'll try to, like, I've tried to dodge so much shit rolling, and you just don't. You always get hit.
Some weapons are tied to the overheating system as well, so just don't use those.
Well, I like the laser that overheats.
Yeah, but like I couldn't bring myself to upgrade the laser because like
I'd fully upgraded laser and pistol.
Really? Oh shit!
That's all I used was the pistol and that laser.
I used the pistol, the rocket launcher, and the very first assault rifle, which even if you upgrade all the way, sucks.
All the machine guns suck. The
Yeah.
burst one's okay, but they just do no damage. And then there's like random guns that I don't know why you'd ever use. That disc launcher is ass.
Yeah, that thing sucks so bad. Like, I wanted to like it so much too, and it's just horrible.
You can't hit shit, and it's so slow, like, to get to the enemy.
But yeah, no, I was playing this game in front of people, and I'm literally unloading my entire machine gun clip into one enemy, and then I'd shoot the same enemy with the pistol, and he'd explode. And they're like, dude, what is wrong with this fucking game?
You realize that, oh, since everything's a fucking robot, everything is armor. So the anti-armor pistol is the best weapon. And stun grenade, or the EMP emitters.
Oh, yeah.
Those are just broken.
Hit an EMP emitter into a rocket launcher, dude, everything's eviscerated.
Yeah.
Like those big rhino-esque enemies that tunnel underground, 3 shots with the armor pistol. I can't have enough bullets in my machine gun to kill those things.
The most annoying enemy has to be those blue ones. Those things I fucking hate. You know what I'm talking about? They like do melee.
Oh, they fly and they fucking... Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Fuck those things.
Mine was the giant spiders that shot out little spiders because, again, it's Halo. It's the popcorn enemies from the Flood in Halo 2.
Yeah.
It's like exactly that, except they're massive. And there was one boss that kept killing me because I would kill it and then it would shoot a laser beam at me. And I think I died 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, you died. Did you die a lot in this game? Because I died all the fucking time.
At the end, I think it said I died 30 or 40 times, 36, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
150 of my teammates died, and I don't think it's possible to save them all.
Dude, what about those enemies that fucking crawl and then explode and one-shot you? Fuck those two.
Yeah, those things suck. They have always sucked in every game.
Yeah.
Any game that does that sucks. It's a bad mechanic for any game. Don't have those enemies in games. I'm sick of them because they're in so many games.
I think it started with like Serious Sam with
Yeah,
those like
the ones
suicide
that
bomber
yell.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just all of them. Every enemy of that type, the walk until you explode is dog shit. Especially in ARPGs as well, because they're huge in ARPGs.
The Minecraft creeper.
Yeah, the creepers. The overall, I ended up using maybe 1/4 of the mechanics that they put in, because in reality, all you need to do is slide, slow down time, and shoot people in the head with the pistol. Um, that's it.
Well, and it's just like sometimes there's so many enemies that it's just like it's better just to sit in the corner and to shoot. There's like no reason to like if you advance, you're just gonna die every time.
Yeah. And maybe that's because we played it at a different frame rate and this game's flawed and damage is tied to frame rate, but because I didn't understand why I was dying to some shit and why I was living to other shit.
Yeah.
Because at one point I'm like, dude, this is on normal, but I'm getting one shot, and you don't have a traditional health bar. And
Yeah, the health makes no sense. Like it's probably because it's fucked because of frame rate, but
yeah, the game just decides when you die, because you're not dead when you run out of like overheat steam, and you're not dead when like the what do you call it? The screen gets all red. You know, you're dead when the game says you're dead. The overuse of every enemy is really the game's weakest point, in my opinion.
well, it's like I get a lack of enemy variety when you have like a 30-hour game. It's like, yeah, you got a pad somewhere, but this game is so short. It's like they could have just not padded at all.
Yeah, you could.
Like if they just would have spread the enemies out like more, like I don't know. You're just fighting the same shit over and after like the second level. You don't really see anything new. Maybe like one or two later on, but even bosses, you fight the same like 3 bosses over and over again.
Yeah, and then like they introduce tanks, and what do tanks have? They have the red creatures on them. I'm like, okay. And they introduce like a big rhino guy, and then they do a big rhino guy that fucking goes underground, and then they do a big rhino guy with a flamethrower and a big rhino guy with a rocket. You know, it's all the same fucking shit.
Or you get red guy on turret or
Yeah.
red guy on flying turret.
Yeah, or a red guy on a walking fucking sperm cell, dude.
And then there's blue guys, and then there's yellow sniper guys, and I think that's all like the normal enemies.
Yeah.
And on Marines for one level for like 10 minutes.
That's why the unknown is so cool, because there's nothing like it in the whole game, and
Well, 'cause
it's interesting how they introduce it, like it's fucking walking around, you know, like they were proud of that thing.
it was cool. It was like, I don't know, it was like some Metal Gear vibe. Same with the like that Phantom thing, but it just loses its luster because I know you fight them more than once.
Yeah,
Like a boss isn't cool if it reappears. It instantly becomes less cool.
and like you're really fucking useless in the game. Like your role is pointless. You don't end up getting to fight the fucking the main bad guy, quote unquote. You kind of fuck shit up for a lot of people. The war is not ending. The war already started, you know. So the Russians are in a distinct advantage because the US's president just killed himself because you were gonna uncover like bad shit.
They should make a sequel where it's fake Trump.
Yeah, fake Trump comes in and saves everything.
That would be, they make Hillary Clinton evil and a pussy, make her kill herself, and then Trump's like bad. That would, see, then I would like the game more. I think that's funny. But I know this game will never get a fucking sequel.
It's just like so odd. It's like, oh, we got a woman president, sick. Oh, she's a piece of shit that went to war and staged a coup for money, and then got a whole bunch of people killed. It's like, oh, that's what you wanted, dude. That's what you want the female president represented in your game as, and then you have her kill herself.
And it's crazy how like the resemblance, dude. It looks just like Hillary Clinton. It's not even like, oh, that's it's like I get what they're trying to do. It's like, no, that's fucking like almost one for one.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin doesn't look like Vladimir Putin, but you get it. Hillary Clinton is like they did research and like drew
Pantsuit, hair. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was wild. Any other gameplay things?
Trying to remember. Glitchy game. Escort missions suck.
The on-rail shit was lame.
Too many cutscenes. Way too. Fuck the cutscenes, dude. I just don't get
the best part.
Yeah, but how are you supposed to have a fat? Like the game's too linear. Like there's no exploration at all, really. It's basically
like,
straight line in the game.
Yeah, there's like go to corridor. Okay, there's an upgrade box. Upgrades being put by random enemies is lame, but having upgrades give you the ammo for that gun is sick. So it's kind of like a lose-win type thing.
Yeah, the weapon system's like a little too arcadey. I wish it was more like RPG. Because it reminds me of like fucking like Gradius or like R-Type, where you have to blow the ship up to get your fucking gun up. It's weird. I see what they were trying to do, but
I think the game was exactly what I thought it would be, and I tampered my expectations a little bit, and they didn't exceed expectations, but it was pretty much exactly what I thought it would be. I thought the combat would be a little bit more fun.
I thought it'd be a lot more. Like I heard people hype this game up, like it's like, oh, it's one of Platinum's best games.
No, no.
And even from like a combat perspective, it's still probably the worst one.
It's not even no. This game was meant to be fun, dumb dog shit. Like, don't do that. I don't. Oh God, people are wild.
And here's my big thing: if this game wasn't 3 hours long, I feel like your tone would be way different.
Well, yeah, because I like short games. I like a game that, but I shouldn't say it like that. If you're gonna make a game like this, you better make it short. I like long games. Like, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I liked playing Stellaris, which was 50 hours a match. Like, I like CRPGs, which can go up to 150 hours. I loved Breath of the Wild.
500 Mechabellum hours.
Yeah, Mechabellum's a tight game, by the way. Also has mechs. It's so much fun. You guys should play Mechabellum. Get a homie and fucking and do tug of war shit. Best tug of war game I've ever played. But like, if you're gonna make a dumb fucking like shoot blah 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 blah, blah game like this, make it 4 or 5 hours. But don't charge $60 fucking for it.
Because I honestly think this game might be worse than Recore.
That's nuts, because I can't stand by that at all.
Because, well, here's my thing. What's my biggest issue with Recore? The stupid padding and getting orbs.
Yeah.
I think the gameplay is way better than this game. And the story.
I don't remember a single thing from Recore's story, so I can't speak on it.
I mean, it was, like, goofy, like, save the guy with the robot, like... It's nothing special, but I mean, this story's fucking terrible.
But that's the charm.
Yeah, but it's terrible, but not like, I don't know, because like No More Heroes is like terrible.
Yeah.
But that's like, this game's like it tries a little too like hard to be serious sometimes.
Yeah, it toes the line, and
I wish it just went all fucking out the window to stupid ridiculous. Then the game would be even more fun, I think.
The yeah, no. Well, Recore would have been. I would agree with you if Recore didn't make you get the orbs to progress.
Yeah. That's the worst. But if this game was like a 12-hour game, I don't know. It would just be fucking awful, you
I'm
know?
not. I'm not entirely sure. I would. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I would have the same. Uh, I don't think I would have the same opinion on it if it was 12 hours long.
Which I mean, it's not. So you kind of have to rate the game on the fact that it is only like 3 or 4 hours. But
Yeah.
I think that's like one of its only good selling points is like you can bang this out in literally like one, like not even a day, like a morning. You can put
Yeah.
this on and finish it by noon.
Which again, like I still found myself a little bit like it's just too much at one time. Cuz even the title screen, dude, it has a ridiculous title screen.
Yeah, I mean it's like you're flying through the fucking halo.
Yeah, everything is happening so much all the time. But then like you get a rails section or you're at a spot where you're supposed to use a turret because like it's way better to use that turret than to be low on ammo.
That's what I didn't understand. Like, I just don't understand why you have all these fast-paced mechanics, but there's so much not moving fast.
Yeah.
I felt that was like it's just a weird design choice that makes the game less fun, I think.
Um yeah, I think we pretty much went over everything. I think it's a good fucking I think it's a good like if you're looking for something dumb and fun and you want to move around and go ba 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 like it gets your blood pumping. It's a testosterone game, dude. This game's not like fucking it's not for everyone.
It got me aggravated, so I think the same accomplishment.
Well, it's like fucking you complete a level and it's like, okay, fucking here's another wave, dude. Ba 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 ba. And then you get like a cutscene and the cutscene's like shit flying all over the place.
Dude, was your audio all fucked?
S-
Cutscenes 400 times louder than the game.
Sometimes, yeah.
Fucking hated that.
But I think the timing of this game is way more important and I think I'm being quite biased because of it because it did come out in a time that things were not slower gameplay wise, but the cover shooter was everywhere.
I would probably have enjoyed this if I played it back when it came out.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't hold up nearly as well like today, but
No, because much better games have come out since then.
yeah.
Like much better and much better platinum games.
Even like shit like Warframe is just like this but better,
Yeah.
like gameplay wise.
Any other opinions, bro?
Opinions not good.
I give it a 7.
It's way too high, dude.
That's not high.
That 7 is high.
Think of it
I
as
don't-
like an IGN 7, dude.
I would give it a 5.
A 5?
Dude, for one, the game I had to fuck around for like 30 minutes to get past a mission because of frame. Like, that's huge. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It is a
only thing-
port. It's a port of a
The
fucking...
only good thing I can say about the game is it's not long. That's all it.
That's
It
rough, actually, yeah.
I mean, okay, it's not horrible. I don't think the game's like garbage. Like, if you want to play it. I don't think you're missing out not playing it.
I
Like,
can't
you
say
could-
that either, actually.
There's no like, you should play this. This is something you should play before you die. No, you can live without it, but it also doesn't take a long time, so it's something to do. So it gets a 5.
A 5 is actually fair. A 5 is mid. The game's mid.
It's completely mid. I don't think it's trash, but I just can't say it's a good game either. If I played it when it came out, it'd probably be a 7. Playing it now, it's just like I've played so many better games that are so similar and that work. If it works too, I'd
Working
probably
is
bump it up to a
big.
6.
Yeah, falling
It
through
gets a 6 if it works.
falling through the fucking stage is not for me, and having shit tied to frame rate. I get that we're moving backwards in games and we're playing games from different eras and shit. Stop fucking from here on out. Like, no more tied to frame rate shit. I must have reiterated that like 9 times, because out of all the games we've played, like, I think 6 or 7 of them have had frame rate tied issues, and I've had to reiterate the statement over and over again. It's dumb.
Like if you're gonna port the game, just fucking do it right, please.
Yeah, and this port didn't come out too long ago. They had years and years and years, because they
Yeah,
ported it like
the
right
shit
after
came
they
out in
did Parent-
2017.
Yeah, they ported Bayonetta, and I don't know how the Bayonetta port is, but this came out like a month after that. Either way,
It's a game. It was
7
a
and
game.
5.
It wasn't a surefire pick.
A mid score is good for me. How I've been picking.
True, but I don't think you've picked better games.
Oh yeah,
You've picked worse, but
but now I can afford to be a little bit risky again for myself.
Oh my fucking god, dude! You just have bad luck.
I do. What do you got?
I got a game about our friend Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave the Diver.
What the fuck is Dave the Diver?
Dave the Diver.
I've never heard of this.
It just came out, dude. People are hyped about it. It's a casual single-player adventure RPG featuring deep-sea exploration and fishing during the day, and a sushi restaurant management at night. Join Dave.
Got a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, dude.
This shit's got... I've never heard of this. It has 30,000 positive reviews. What the
just
fuck
came out,
is
dude.
this?
You pumped?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You excited to catch fish and run a sushi restaurant as Dave?
I don't even know what I've never heard of this.
That's the fun of book club, dude.
That's true. I didn't even put this on as a fucking like. This is straight out of nowhere.
It came out and people were like, "It's sick," and I'm like, "All right, it's book club game."
Wild. Well, now all the picks that I'm doing are free, so that's sick.
What do you mean?
I had picks that I set aside, and I'm like, if Colin doesn't pick this, I'll pick it. So now I got good picks for quite some time.
Oh, you probably have like games that
I have like games.
yeah that are good.
I have games. Dave the Diver well, everybody loves it, so surely it won't be a Wolfenstein. It won't be a Wolfenstein thing.
And you know who really will love it, dude? Dave.
Yeah, Dave won't get sick of that, dude. Playing Dave, dude. Jabronis. Play Nightmare Creatures.
Blasphemous.
Yeah, Blasphemous.
That's my Halloween game, dude.
Where's RE4?
You can pick that.
I'm not picking that.
What do you mean?
I'm not picking any game that any of the homies who haven't joined book club have picked. It's not happening.
That's spiteful.
Yeah, it's spiteful. They should join book club.
They should, but missing out on Nightmare Creature.
Yeah. That's all I gotta fucking say.
Yeah.
Any
Dave
closing
the Diver.
statements?
Dave the Diver.
Yeah, shout out to Dave, dude. Peace.